Is there something on your heart? Something, a spark, a desire, a true desire, yeah? Not an egoic desire, something that is like a call from within, a pull to do something, to create something, to start a class, to learn something new, to step into a new space. Is there something calling, tugging at your heart to do the thing? What is the thing for you? I'm sharing this because I'm in a space where I really find myself listening to this call. I can't stop listening to it anymore. And I exposed on a previous video the resistance, the doubts, the thoughts that come up with moving in or trying something new. And it's funny, 2 months ago, just a little over 2 months ago, I started this, yes, 111. I started showing up on YouTube. And it is changing my life. I think I'm gonna do a video about that because I wanna go into the specifics about that, especially because I'm doing it in a very different way. I see a lot of people posting about how YouTube's changed their life and that what a blessing. And I'm so glad that I listened. Yeah, that I listened and followed, which is what this video is about. It's about listening to what God has placed on your heart and following through. And it doesn't matter what the timeline is. Sometimes that following through may take the work of whatever, writing a book, that could be years. It's not about the time. It's about taking the steps and being present and being in relationship with what God is giving you, with what God has placed before you for your curricula, for what you're here to learn, from what you're here to heal. Each one of us has a different script, a different curriculum, right? The Course in Miracles is telling us everyone has a highly individualized curriculum. So we're not here to judge or copy each other, but we're here to inspire each other. And we're also here to notice if we're feeling envy or jealousy in any capacity, not because we're here because we want to judge that. That's not the point, because that can just bring up guilt. And I promise you that that's not going to help anything. It's not going to help us get out or move forward. But what can be helpful is to notice if we are feeling jealous, if we're feeling anger towards someone being able to do something that we're not, if we're feeling envy, become really honest. Because just like you can notice that, you can also notice if someone inspires you. Both can happen. Actually, both are directing you to the same thing. It's just a frequency. It's just an interpretation. It's just a place in consciousness that we're at, in which we're receiving. And all of it, both of them, are a call to doing the thing that you want to do, that you believe deep down inside you have something to give. And it's so important to really go into prayer about this thing. And when I say go into prayer, it's like, really sit with it, sit with God, be honest about your feelings, be honest about why you want to do the thing. If it's about, achieving a level of status, if it's about because people will respect me, if it's about anything outside of the intrinsic feeling and service that you're here to give others, then maybe take a step back and give it some time. Because what I'm talking about here is not that kind of spark. It's not, I'm jealous because that person's famous and I want to have that level of fame. No. We're not talking about those desires. Those are not calls. I'm talking about a call. So let me just be very clear. This is about a call, a deep yearning in the heart to step forward into something that feels scary, that our intuition has been leading us to, that maybe whispers in our ear and then we kind of let it go, we ignore it, and it comes back again as a new idea. Or someone says something and it sparks it again and you're like, oh right, maybe I should do that. Or it's something that is always circling its way in your energy field and is coming back to you because it's meant for you to hear it. It's meant for you to heed the call, to listen and follow. That is what this video is about. And so I invite you to be really honest with yourself. What is that spark? And why does it spark me up? If I think about it, like if I think about myself doing it, what lights me up? What do I feel, right? And the why I'm doing it. Yeah, because I want to serve, because I want to give, because I have a skill set that can bless others, that can help others, that can simplify things for others, whatever it is. Notice the place it's coming from, and if it is coming from an authentic place of integrity, true to you, and where you are, take that next step. This is your confirmation. Take that next step. And if you, for whatever reason, may doubt, go into prayer about it. Not to ask to get it, but to have a conversation, to step into a divine conversation, which is actually just a casual, open, loving, honest conversation of where your heart's at, of what you're scared about. Put it all on the altar and let Spirit take it. Trust that if it is for you, it will show up for you. If it is for you, the opportunity will arise for you. If it is for you, things will be directing you. So this is a call to listen, but also to listen and trust, right? It's a call to action, but it is a call to action with an internal posture of trust. Because God's got this. Spirit's got you. The voice of God has got you. The one that connects to you, that speaks to you, that guides you towards your healing, towards your awakening, towards love, the purest form of love, the state of love that you are. Yeah? It's like that is always guiding you. It is always for you. And it's also guiding you through the things that motivate you, that light up your heart. So this is your invitation, as it is mine, because I have something very much on my heart. And I shared some doubts and things that were coming up on a previous video about sharing, this new endeavor, this new service that I want to provide. And so I have to, for me, it's been like, okay, this is something that's been on my heart for a couple of months now, but I'm scared. I'm scared because it breaks with concepts, because I don't know, because I'm scared of being judged. And yet I know now more than ever. I was scared of being judged when I came on Facebook, on YouTube. And I don't care, truly. I'm told, I feel in my mind like I'm caring, but when I'm taking action, I'm like, no, I don't. I don't, because the call is greater, because the light is brighter than the small dark clouds that are trying to oppress and block it. And it's okay if we're there, but we're walking a path towards more light, towards more truth, towards living in more authentic, to living in more authenticity and more integrity. And so I feel the call, and I know that the call is greater. Once again, it's going to be different calls at different times. The call is greater for me to start stepping up and offering these skills, these two experiences, these two parts of me that seem very separate, and bringing them together in union. I used to be for many years a yoga teacher, and I disconnected from it for a while when I had my awakening with Jesus, with God, with the love that is beyond all measure, with the peace that surpasses all understanding, and with, a path of devotion, and even stepping further along the path, accepting worship, because music used to be my whole life. It used to be my identity. That's where my whole awakening happened. Yeah, I believed that he was supposed to be this huge star, international famous singer, songwriter. And I released all of that. There's another video with the whole story about how that happened. But now to be in a place where I can listen to worship music and not judge it. And it's not all worship music that I'm crazy about. But let me tell you, 1010, yes, it is like a complete new space beginning when it comes to music. My heart is cracked open, and after years of being on this healing and opening and walking with Jesus and the Spirit, outside of religious concepts, outside of religious dogma, outside of walls and separation and definitions, but breaking all of that and making it a personal journey with the Spirit. I was gonna say with these spirit guides, right? With master teacher, which is what Jesus is. And so doing that and walking this path and going in that direction has been so opening to me, so heart opening to me, and has taken me into a path of devotion, of mysticism, and connection to music in a new way, completely new way. And I have this beautiful skill here that is yoga, trauma informed, right? In the sense of making it available to all people at all levels of where they are, all bodies. Yeah, forget these images of what only the yoga body that you're supposed to have so that you can do yoga. Yoga literally means union with the divine, with yourself of the capital S, with the God essence that is in you, that you are forever connected to, and you are coming to wake up to, discover, blossom into. And so this beautiful practice, united with something like worship music, it's breaking barriers. And it is not to discredit where yoga has come from and the founders and the roots and the culture that it's come from. And the same here. And yet it's to break down all these concepts in our minds. And so I'm going really deep into the reason why, but these were all the things that were holding me back. And it's actually the reason why I need to step forward. And some people are not going to like it. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. The more we become authentic, the more we become in integrity, we realize that not everyone's going to like it, and we're not here for everyone to like it, for everyone is on their own path, in their own level of consciousness, in their own page, in their own book. And when we realize that and we send love at whatever chapter you're on, that's it. We do our part. We do what we've been called to do. So what have you been called to do? To step forward. I don't even know how this is going to work out, what I need to do to make that happen, but I know that YouTube has started to open me up, and I want to serve in that capacity, just like possibly making community. All things in the time of the Spirit, 333, as I say that, all things in the time of the Spirit. And yet, we can step forward now. We can listen to what the prayer of the heart is and begin to take small steps. Listen and follow. As a beautiful spiritual teacher and brother of mine, David Hoffmeister says, listen and follow. This is the life with the Spirit. And I would even add, which I think is implied, but just to be clear, trust. Because when we start taking step towards our expansion, towards listening to what Spirit has for us, right? To expanding the mind, to healing all these concepts, because all this stuff will take us into deeper healing, will take us into greater expansion, right? These calls that we have within us, that's in our script, particular to each person. As we do that, we will get the ego backlash. We will get the response. We will get it. Before we take a step, the ego will come up Nah, sabotage, maybe don't do that. Oh, my daughter's sick. Oh, I not who's gonna listen? Like all the different things, the thoughts in the mind and the situations outside. Remember, the Course in Miracles is always teaching us what is inside the mind is reflected outside. You will, both are one and the same, all part of the projection, all part of the dream. And if we can become aware of that, we can notice what is around us that is impeding us and what is inside of us that's impeding us. And so we begin to expose it onto a page, journal, or into a safe space with a person. Expose the fears. Say it, I'm believing this. And so that's what I did in the last video. I just started to expose. And by exposing it, I got a beautiful confirmation. Yeah, a white dove flew over when I was talking about sharing this new concept and coming on and serving whoever feels called to join me doing that. Yeah, so sometimes that's all it takes. It's like this pure honesty, this raw honesty. That's what God is looking for. That's what the Spirit needs from us. We need to expose the doubts, the darkness that come up in the path of listening and following. Not because they're true, but because they're not. Because they're illusions. As we expose them, we dissolve their power. We take it away. So it's a huge part of the path to listen, follow, and before and after following, you're going to be exposing. Be ready to expose the doubts that come up and the things that seem to impede and blockage and darkness and doubt and scared and fear. All of it. It's there for you. It's there showing you that you are on a next level of expansion. You are being called to more. Trust, listen, follow, trust. And in between, expose the ego. And if you feel like you would want a space to do that, maybe that's something that we can create. Yeah? Let me know in the comments if there's something like that you would want a space to create. I can do that. I don't know exactly how, but we can figure it out. I just felt really called to offer that right now. To create a safe space. Yeah, a circle of people where we can expose the ego together and see its falsity and continue to listen to the things that call us and continue to shine our light and continue to align with truth. This is the work, folks. And we can do it in joy or we can do it in great suffering. But I promise you that if you go along the path with the people who are in the same purpose, it lightens the load because we are all one. The mind is one and we're learning that. And the ego is also this one collective ego that makes us think like we're having our own little private experience and nobody understands us and this is hard for me and this is only what I'm going through and nobody in the world is going through it. Lies, lies, lies. As we expose it, the more we expose it, the more we connect with others and the struggle that they're going through, and we realize how connected we are and how much of that false mind we're all tapping into. So this is your call to follow your heart. This is your call to listen to the spark that God has placed in your heart and to start taking steps towards it. I will do the same. And don't forget what's going to come up in between. But if you're ready for it, if you already know, then you already got a huge step ahead. Like huge step ahead to move through and navigate. So please, if you made it to the end of this video and you're enjoying this content and this is connecting with you and you think it can bless anybody, subscribe. Sprinkle some love on that like button and share. Share because these messages are here for all of us. We are all one and the same. We all deserve to hear. We all deserve to be happy. And some of us have not been taught this stuff. So, yeah, sending you all so much love Thank you again. I'm Steph, by the way. I didn't introduce myself in this video. Stefania, but you can call me Steph. And this video is called, this channel is called Spirit-Led Steph. I still don't know the name of this video, but we'll see what that'll come. In any case, stay blessed, continue listening, continue following, and let me know in the comments if that's something that you would want to create a circle, right? Something that feels safe, something where we can unite in purpose and in exposing the lies, because this is how we move through our emotions. This is how we navigate and then come out to the light. Yeah, we shine the light on the darkness, and we can do it together. We could. And then if yoga is something you're interested in, worship yoga is something you would be interested in joining me, let me know below. Say, I don't even know. I'm still nervous about it, right? Like, what would I say? But this is you. Look, you see? This is exposing. You see what I'm doing? I'm just saying it like it is and being truthful to it. So, just maybe comment worship yoga with a star, and I'll know, and I can reach out to you as soon as I get that started. Hopefully, if not this week, by the next week. I'm figuring out how I can make that available and what would be the easiest way and keep it, so that like more people can access it and it has like a streamline and it just makes sense. And, I'm a mom. I got to make sure that I'm not doing a gazillion things. So I have something streamlined that makes sense to receive you, for you to contact or whatever. All right, I'm getting into technicalities here. We'll see. Just, thank you for being here. Listen to your heart and see you in the next video.